I'm Logan Wilfong.
I'm Hunter Campbell.
And this is The Modern Gentleman.
Okay, our first topic. The person asked, why do guys freak out about girls who have gay friends? Well,
And really this topic, it's more based around homophobes than homosexuals. But, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. Not literally, that's contradicting. Point number one is gay people are just regular people who happen to like other people that have the same reproductive parts as them.
yeah.
And, they're just, they're regular people, and there's nothing wrong with them. You can't just be mean to gay people just for being gay.
I think we also have a really wrong view of gay people. Like, everyone thinks, or people who don't like gay people think gay people like, people wear leather and the whips and, all the weird stuff. And
All the weird
Yeah.
gay stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's like that is the Hollywood homo right there. Like,
yeah, most gay people are just normal. You wouldn't even know they were gay. They just happen to like other guys or other girls.
And another thing is, most homophobic people always seem to think, like, homophobic dudes, there's this huge, big myth, it's like an urban legend, that every gay guy hits on them. And that's not true.
Not true at all.
Just because you've been hit on by a gay guy before does not mean all of them are hitting on you. You have to remember, gay people have standards too. You're probably not in them. Guys, if a gay guy says you're hot or something, you should just be like, hey, sweet, thanks, man. I know it's kind of weird to just accept the compliment like that and all, especially coming from like a dude or a chick if you're a girl, But you have to remember, like, that's just what they're into, like, if you're a dude and a girl calls you hot, you're like, yeah, that's awesome, sweet. But if you're a guy and a guy calls you hot, most guys are like, dude, that's weird. Get away from me. But, it's just, they're just giving you a compliment, it is weird. I think that it's kind of weird, but you just have to be like, hey, thanks, Because regardless of who it's coming from, it's still a compliment.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's really weird, but like they say, like they don't have sex with you. That's weird.
That's
too far.
That's too far.
Even if a girl said that, like you didn't know,
Even-
that's kind of weird.
Like if some random person, even if it's just smoking hot chick comes up and she's like, I'm going to take you outside and slam you in the street.
Yeah.
You're going to just be like, whoa.
Well, if
back off.
If it was a really hot girl, I think, well, either Ashton Kutcher's going to come out and I'm punked, or I'm going to get robbed.
Yeah.
Because that's never going to happen in my life, ever.
Some will take it completely overboard for attention.
Yeah.
You may be gay, but why is it that this one random gay guy is just so out there with it, and then you have other people that are just like, they're openly gay, but they're not like, that's weird kind of gay.
Well, that's not being gay. That's just being, begging for attention.
That's just being homosexually obnoxious. Topic number 2. Guys that don't appreciate girls that actually care.
What guys? It's not every guy, like we've said. It's just douchebags. Like they don't want a girl. Like they'll act like they like them, but they don't. But there are nice guys out there that would give you a chance, or would really want to date you, but you don't look for them because you date douchebags, and then you just say every guy's a douchebag off of that. But you never give the nice guy a chance.
Girls, how many guys have you turned away that were actually really nice guys, but you turned them away because you had trust issues because of an ex or something, And so from then on, you just start pushing all the guys that come your way, you just push them away. Okay? It's probably happened to most of you. I can think of quite a few of you that turned me down. And I'd like to think I'm a pretty nice guy. I could be wrong. But
Yeah.
another show, another time.
And then girls don't want to date a guy because he's too sweet. Well, why do you want to date a guy that's mean or, is a douchebag to you? Well, a lot of girls, they say that the project, they want to fix him up because he's a bad boy, but then he'll turn into a good guy. That never works, girls.
That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Once he's a douchebag, he's pretty much going to always be like that.
You know what happens? You date a douchebag, take him on as a project, and you turn him from a douchebag into a conniving, lying douchebag.
Yeah.
So he looks like he's a nice guy, but he's still just as douchey as before.
And then you waste your 6 months of dating on him, and you could have been dating a gentleman or a nice guy.
Girls, what you don't understand is you think that guys don't appreciate that y'all actually care about us. And sometimes that's true, but you have to remember, y'all will lie about your feelings too.
Yes.
Okay? So, I mean, girls lead guys on just about as much as guys lead girls on. Now, we're going to call in a friend of ours. She gives us a lot of our topics to talk about. She's really great, huge contribution to the show, and we're going to call her and let her discuss this topic further with us.
This is our first time doing this, so it might be a little raw.
Just figured it out. Mm-hmm. I'm so pumped. Well, this is awkward.
Hello.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hey, what's up?
You are on The Modern Gentleman with Logan Wilfong.
And Hunter Campbell.
And we would like you to discuss guys that don't appreciate girls that really care.
I think that is 100% correct. Like, women underestimate men just as much as men underestimate women. And we fail to see that guys have a sensitive side because they put off their ego and try and be all, big and manly. And y'all would say douchebag-ish.
Double D douchebag.
Double D douchebag.
Yeah, double D douchebag. But
she said it.
I think that girls can be a little shallow at times and don't give guys as much credit as they should because the guys do put in effort and they do care. Girls just try and jump in way too fast, I guess. Most girls do anyways. Most of the girls I know try and turn a normal relationship into a marriage within the first couple of weeks, and guys aren't into that.
Been there.
Like when they say they want to take it slow, they mean they want to take it slow. They don't mean I'm going to say let's take it slow, but let's really take it real fast.
Yeah, I mean.
And I think we've all been there before.
Yeah. Different subject, different show.
Another thing, would you discuss that guys do actually appreciate it? It's just usually when we realize it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, it usually is.
I mean, is that something that you've had experience with before?
Actually, yeah. I mean, every girl's pretty much. I mean, but also we put the blame on the guy. We're like, well, it's your fault. You missed out. Mm-hmm. We also didn't give y'all a chance to realize it before y'all do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
And, I mean, I think a big part of that is guys don't tend to really, if you do something nice for somebody, but then you do something bad to somebody else, what do you think everybody's going to hear about? They're not going to hear about the nice thing you did. No. Everybody's going to be talking about how you screwed somebody over.
Yeah.
Or how you neglected your girl, or you did this, or you did that, and you didn't. Yeah, I got you.
And when guys afterwards, guys will tend to think back, and guys really, don't usually think about the bad nearly as much as the good after they break up. And
yeah, that's only girls that do that, really. Yeah. Girls pick out the bad things.
Yeah, you kind of, you look back and you're like, well, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. And that's kind of when we start realizing, well, maybe she wasn't that bad, but, we had this fight and all, and now we broke up. But we do realize it. It's just usually it's too late to fix it. And that's another thing, girls that keep taking guys back, it usually happens because guys will realize that, and they'll go back to this girl, and she just, she'll try it again.
Girls aren't willing to change. They expect guys to change. They expect guys to do all the reforming in their relationship instead of the girl also changing with them, I guess. I don't think that it's very fair for girls to always assume that it's a guy's part to do, to take the step and to try and be a different person for who they're with. I think that it should be a step that they take together. That's what relationships are about. They're about building things together and working through the problems and not going to to the drastic breaking up and realizing your wrongs and whatnot, because once you make it that far, it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe we didn't really have a strong relationship. And any smart girl would think that anyways, or any smart guy would think that too, you know. If you keep on breaking up, then clearly, you know, there's something just not right.
That's another
And
thing.
do you think that has anything to do with girls that take on, like, the bad boy guy as a project?
Yeah, like, most girls do. Like, they take on a guy that they know is way out of their league because they think, okay, I can do this, I can change him, and in return, they wind up on their butt, and they fall flat on their face because they can't get this guy who is so set in his ways to be who they want him to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they wind up hurt, and they blame the guy for it, but really, he's still the same person he was when they tried getting with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Chelsea. Well, thank you for your input. It was very insightful, and I'm glad that you could give us your perspective on that topic.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm
Thank you for talking about stuff.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Isn't she a great girl? Just great.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent person.
So insightful and just
Genuine.
yeah,
you know,
genuine.
just
Such like a woman. Just give us all the little details.
That brings us to topic number 3.
When is the best time to swallow your pride and admit you're wrong, even if you're not?
The answer to that question comes in 3 parts. Part number 1. As soon as someone in authority begins to argue your point. If this person is your boss, your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your pastor, I don't care, you just stop.
Wait.
Okay.
Now, the boss I agree with, because if your boss is arguing with you, even if it's something, they'll just agree. He pays you. That's your livelihood. Girlfriend or wife, depends on what it is. If it's something small, like, just don't worry about it. But if it's like, you know, like if you cheated or you didn't cheat, and you really didn't, they don't believe you, you just stand your ground and just say you did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If that causes the relationship to end because you're standing up for something that you obviously did not do, so be it, you know.
There's no point in admitting that you did it when you didn't. That's just stupid.
Yeah, because at that point, you're gonna be screwed either way.
Yeah.
So,
but if it's like something as little as like, did you use my shampoo last night? Don't argue about that for like 10 minutes. Just say,
just say, no, I didn't. And she's like, you're lying. I know you're lying. You used my shampoo. I measured in the measuring cup every morning. And, you know, at that point, you should probably just be like, okay, yes, Jesus, I used your shampoo.
Well, at that point,
sorry. You can afford to lose a battle that small.
Yes.
The one exception to this rule is never swallow your pride if the argument is about your deep personal beliefs or something along those lines. Like, I mean, if it's just blatantly wrong, I think you have a right to stand up for it. Maybe not if it's your boss. If it's something big, yeah. If he's like, hey, did you take $600 out of the cash register earlier?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to say you did that.
You want to find every way possible to prove that you absolutely did not do that.
Now, your mom, yeah, you might. Depends on what you're arguing. It's like your girlfriend. It just depends on what you're arguing about.
Another time that it's best to swallow your pride and admit you're wrong, even if you're not, is when you start to get mad.
Yeah.
At that point, drop it, leave it alone. If you have to, get out of the house or, you know, wherever you're at with that person. Just stay away from that person until you cool off, come back, and then try to civilly talk it over.
Because I don't know if anyone else is like me, but when you get mad, you say things or break doors when you don't mean to because you just get so frustrated, which is not good. So
Hunter beat the absolute hell out of me one day because we were boxing, and I punched him in the nose, and it started bleeding everywhere, and he gave me the stink eye, and it was just... Ah! And then he charged, and I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes.
The moral of the story, just when you're mad, you need to stop arguing. Just stop arguing. I mean, just say, okay, whatever. We'll talk about it later. Say talk about it later.
Talk about it later.
Because when you're mad...
If she gets mad about that, just be like, look, I'm mad. I don't want to talk about it right now. Let me cool down before I say something I really don't want to say.
Guys, just don't argue with women. The best... Just don't. Because
9 times out of 10, you're not going to win.
So what have we learned today, kids?
Topic number 1: homosexuals, in particular homophobes, more than homosexuals. They're just regular people who happen to like people of the same sex as them. Not every gay guy is hitting on you guys. They have standards too. A guy calling you hot, dudes, this should actually be taken as a compliment. Just because it's coming from a dude doesn't mean it's derogatory. I mean, yeah, it might be a little weird, but you should be proud that both sexes are attracted to you.
Topic number 2: guys that don't appreciate girls that really care.
Girls, you have to remember that y'all lie about stuff too. It's not just guys.
Yeah.
Y'all will lie about, oh yeah, I really like you and all this. Y'all lead guys on too. So just remember that before you are just going to go and say some guy doesn't appreciate that you really cared about him. You have to remember that y'all are guilty of about 98% of the same things that guys are in a relationship. So just because y'all do it and you're a woman doesn't mean that it's acceptable.
Guys, we appreciate it, but sometimes we just don't till it's over. Just happens. Topic number 3: when is the best time to swallow your pride and admit you're wrong, even if you're not?
As soon as someone in authority begins to argue with you, unless it's a matter about your deep personal beliefs or something that's going to cost you a relationship, a job, etc.
And if you're mad, don't just stop. Just stop arguing.
Just walk away, cool off, and come back and talk about it later when you're chill.
And if it's deep personal beliefs, keep fighting for it. This episode's bro tip
is bro tip number 1341. If you ask someone how they solved a problem, chances are they won't say, I bitched about it until it fixed itself. This has been The Modern Gentleman.
Good night.